Hey guys, welcome to the homework helper video. So you're just going to go through the first 15 and they're just going to be like the problems that we've been having for homework at night. You're applying all of the properties of exponent rules that we have. It starts out pretty simple, the same base, and you're multiplying so that you know that the rule would be that you add the exponents. So in that very first case, you'd have a to the third power plus, a to the third times a to the fifth would be a to the eighth. You just add your 3 plus your 5. Kind of jumping around a little bit, if I looked at number 3, I'd take every factor inside the parentheses and raise that to the third power. A would be to the sixth because a squared to the third would be a to the sixth, and b would be to the 15th. Then you'd evaluate the coefficient and get the actual number. Okay, so the first 15, that's what you're doing to get it increasingly difficult as you go along. Okay, so then you get to number 16, and these are just multiple choices. So you're going to have to, number 16, you're going to have to go through and try to do each one of these, and then 5, which one has the answer, and same with 17. Okay, 18, you're going to write the following in scientific notation. So remember, with scientific notation, the first number has to be greater than 1 and greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. So in this particular case, it would be 4.307 times 10, and then you're just going to count how many places over to the end. It would be to the 7th power. Okay, so sometimes you're going to get a negative exponent. So because this is a very small number, so our decimal place would go between the 8 and the 0. So this would be 8.03 times 10. In order to get there, you move your decimal place to the right. So it would be a negative 5 power. Okay, so that's pretty much how it works for 20. Now, 21, 22, 23, and 24, guys, just put these in Desmos, okay? As is, that's all we did in class, okay? Notice that this one is subtraction. Here it's power to a power. For 21 is power to a power. 22, you're just multiplying the 2. You're multiplying this times this. Okay, 23, you're subtracting. And 24, you're dividing. So just put them into Desmos to do those. Okay, 25, we do have some word problems and they're not that difficult. Okay, so it says, if 1954, a swarm of locusts covered an area of 200 square miles in Kenya. If the average number of locusts in a swarm is about 5 times 10 to the 7th locusts per square mile, about how many locusts were in the swarm? All you have to do here is take 200 and multiply it by 5 times 10 to the 7th power. Okay, so I would suggest putting that into Desmos and trying it there. Okay, number 26, the average flow rate of an Amazon River is about 7.6 times 10 to the 6 cubic feet per second. The average flow rate of the Mississippi is 5.53 times 10 to the 5th. How much faster does the Amazon River flow than the Mississippi? So how much faster is actually going to be a subtraction problem. So you're going to take 7.6 times 10 to the 6th power, and you're going to subtract 5.53 times 10 to the 5th power. Okay, put it into Desmos and get your answer. Okay, 27, the radius of the Earth is 6.38 times 10 to the 3rd kilometers. Radius of the Moon is 1.74 times 10 to the 3rd kilometers. Find the ratio of the radius of the Earth. So a ratio, all ratio is a division. So 6.38 times 10 to the 3rd, and we're going to divide by 1.74 times 10 to the 3rd. Okay, and use Desmos again and get your answer. Okay, all right, 27 is just a multiple choice, and then we get into our review section. So the first one we're evaluating, this one is just going to be PEMDAS. So parentheses, okay, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. So do it in that order and you should be getting the correct answer. All right, number 2, in order to graph the linear equation, you need to get it into slope-intercept form. So bring your 9x over. Okay, and once you do that, you divide both sides by -3. Y is going to be equal to 3x minus 6. So remember, you start at your y-intercept, and it looks like it's off the graph here. That's okay. And then your slope is 3. So 1, 2, 3 over 1, 1, 2, 3 over 1. So you're just going to graph it. Okay, number 3, we want to write the equation in standard form. Remember, standard form is ax plus by is equal to c. So in order to do that, you're going to have to first find the slope. So the slope here would be -4 minus 4 divided by 4 plus 8. We'd get -8/12. which is negative 2/3 when you simplify it. So then you can pick a point, it doesn't matter which one, and do point slope form. There's a lot involved in this, so it would be y plus 4 is negative 2/3 times x minus 4. All right, we distribute it. Okay, I'm going to get plus, so this is going to be plus 8/3. All right. Now, when I subtract 4 from both sides, I'm actually subtracting 12/3. Okay, 12/3 is 4, so I'm subtracting 4 from both sides. So I end up with y is going to be equal to negative 2/3 x, okay, plus, minus. So I've got 8/3 minus 12/3, so it's going to be minus 4/3. Okay, so then you want to put it into standard form. So in standard form, you've got to bring the 2/3 x to the other side. So you get 2/3 x plus y is negative 4/3. And then standard form, you've got to get rid of all your fractions. You can do that by multiplying both sides by 3. So you end up with 2x, okay, plus 3y is equal to negative 4. So I did that one for you. So hopefully you understand it, because there will be one like that on the assessment. Number 4, y varies directly with x. So when we see that, I think y is equal to k times x. When y is 2 and x is negative 1. So I'm just going to write 2 is equal to k times negative 1. So when I solve for my k here, k is going to be equal to negative 2. So when I write the direct variation equation, it's y is equal to negative 2x. Okay, and when I find the value of y, when x is 20, I just plug in 20 for my x, and I get y is equal to negative 40. Okay, so that one was done for you too. There's A and there's B. And then the last one is a property that should be the multiplicative inverse, but you should know your properties by now. Okay, so hope that helped. You still have a lot of homework to do. And the assessment is going to be on Friday and Monday.